Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. We're finally gonna get around to showcasing some of the starter deck 10 leaders. We haven't showcased them yet in our channel, and we're gonna start with Red Purple Law. You have seen us play against this deck multiple times in our videos, so I wanted to finally showcase it myself and kind of see what it can do. Obviously, it's kind of like Green Red Law a little bit, right? Where you're like kind of like where you kind of get to play stuff from your hand for free. The great thing about this deck is that it's obviously able to bounce the opponent's cards to the bottom of their deck. So it's a great way to get rid of some of the opponent's pesky blockers without having to actually attack into them and then be able to attack into the opponent's life. So this deck ends up playing kind of like a bit more aggressive. However, your Dawn control is going to be very important. You have to be careful that you don't go too low on Dawn where you're not able to really play your cards, right? So you have to be a little bit careful of understanding when you have to play your leader ability and when you don't play your leader ability. The list that you see in the screen is what I settled on. The list is also going to be on the description below, but there's a lot of different variations of this list running around. I just think that I wanted to go a little bit more aggressive while still having ways like Otama, Gordon to be able to reduce the power of opponent's unit to be able to use my leader ability. So today we're going to have 4 games. We have 2 games against Sakazuki, and then we have 2 shorter games, one against Rebecca and then one against Purple Blue Kaido. So hope you enjoyed those 4 games. If you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. We're gonna have 2 more videos with Purple Red Law coming out tomorrow and the day after. So hope you enjoy the games. In this match, we're gonna against Sakazuki. We chose to go second. We have Bepo, we have Kid, we have Zoro. The problem is Lucy, right? I don't know that that's a good way for us to deal with the Lucy. Getting rid of all our units. Like, this matchup is problematic because of that. They get the Great Eruption as well, so now they can have a Hound Blaze instead of the Lucy to get rid of my Zoro-Juurou. I guess we can play the Kid and play the Bepo on our turn 3, right? So we can go Zoro turn 2, Kid and Bepo turn 3, or even Shachi if we wanted to, and just bounce the brand new to the bottom. Yeah, so this is an easy way for the opponent to just get rid of my Zoro. They have 4 Dawn, so again they can have Grave Eruption plus Hound Blaze, and that allows them to have 2 attacks. The Lucy technically also works if they attack with Sakazuki first. They trash the Lucy. Yeah, so this is going to be a second Lucy then, right? I think we take this one. Or Hound Blaze. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be second Lucy. I don't know that matters, I guess. That's 2 Lucys out of the way. We have an extra Dawn that we can play with. I guess we can... The problem is that the extra Dawn doesn't come into play until late. I kind of like playing this Gordon now. I think I like playing the Gordon now with that extra Dawn. And telling the opponent, hey, if you want to kill this Gordon, you have to spend 2 mana for Hound Blaze, or you have to spend 4 mana for a third Lucy, right? So they have to spend... Actually, the third Lucy doesn't even work because the opponent doesn't have cards in their discard pile. So they need to find cards in their discard pile as well. 1, 2, 3. Bounce brand new. It's Bepo, right? It's always going to be Bepo. It's always going to be Bepo here. And again, we can play the Gordon now and just pass. So now we have Kid. We have Bepo. Bepo's going to let us kind of ramp back up. When it has 6 Dawn, they could have another Lucy. But that will be their third Lucy, and they cannot play Lucy unless they get 2 more cards into their discard pile. They can get 1 more by cycling with Sakazuki, but they still need to find 1 more, right? They still need to find 1 more card. I guess Great Eruption, right? They can go Great Eruption into the third Lucy. And the Great Eruption on the Bepo, and you can kill both Gordon and Bepo with the third Lucy. I can't play around that many Lucys, right? And there it is. They go Great Eruption. We saw 2 Lucys already. So I'm willing to say if you have the third one, you have the third one, right? It's a hand blaze, so it wasn't a Lucy. This is 8, so we gotta take that 8. We have this Gamma Knife. What if we... I don't want to give up this kid. We're gonna be at 6 down next turn. No, actually we're gonna be... Because the kid gives me a Dawn back... Oh, but we have the Gamma Knife, so we can get rid of that Dawn. I think I want the Shachi. It sucks losing the Otama, though. I think I want the Shachi and just go more aggressive into the opponent. Because what we can do, we can go Gamma Knife. We have Law. Oh, that's not a bad Law. Especially if the opponent gets greedy here and takes the first hit. That is not a bad Law, right? So we can go Gamma Knife. So Gamma Knife into this Lucy. Gets it down low enough that I can actually attack it with the Gordon. So that's... I can actually attack this with the Gordon, and the opponent's going to have to give me a card to save it. That's kind of funny, actually. That's actually really, really funny. That the opponent cannot actually save that. I'm going to tell you what. I don't know that we're actually going to get to play this Law unless we attack for 7 and then 9. So I'm going to go for it this one. I'm going to attack for 7. Opponent needs to counter out of the 7. Okay, so now I attack for 9. And the opponent has to give me 3 cards. And if they don't give me the 3 cards, I just get to do this. And the opponent loses 2 cards anyways. Rebecca was a great hit. So Rebecca was a great hit and great eruption as well. Now the problem is that we're down to just 4 Dawn next turn. Which I guess 4 Dawn is still enough to play a Law. Opponent's down to 1 life. Opponent gets the Borsalino. This 6 attack here doesn't work because I'm going to give you my Queen. Yeah, I'm going to give you my Queen. I'll give you my Queen. Radical Beam. We have to just go aggressive, right? We have to just go aggressive at this point. So 7 and then 8. I like going aggressive. Force 2 cards out of their hand here. There we go. Then we go 8. Or actually, let's just go 7 again, and maybe we keep the Radical Beam open. Oh wait, but we can get the Radical Beam open anyways if we go ahead and use the Law ability, right? Yeah, let's go like this. Let's go 8. Check this out. Check this out. So what we can do is that we can go here. We can return 3 Dawn. And we can just go ahead and play this Shachi. And we get a Dawn back because of the Kid ability. And that way we have 2 attackers next turn and still have access to Radical Beam. And we also get 2 rested Dawn from the Shachi and the Penguin. So like that -3, even though we didn't get a lot of value from it technically, it ends up working out. My only concern here is that if the opponent gets any blocker that is not Rebecca, we won't be able to actually deal with it. What I want to force the opponent to do, I'm going to force them to have to spend Dawn to kill this kid. Like I will throw the Radical Beam on him and force the opponent to have to use Dawn to actually get rid of the kid. It's looking good, but it can turn around really easily here. It can flip on its head really easily if the opponent has the right blockers. Yep, I'm going to just go play this Radical Beam here. So now the opponent has to spend at least 2 Dawn here. No. No. Okay. No. I'm not going to let you get away with that easily. Yeah. I'm not gonna let you get away with that easily. So now that kid stays alive, and now we have 3 attackers, potentially only 2. I'm pretty sure that the opponent's probably gonna have like a blocker here. Like, let's say that they have a Rebecca. They can go Rebecca into Hina, if they have a Hina in their hand, into Lucy. Now they have a Sabo instead, and they throw away their Kusan. They're gonna throw away their non-counter cards. And Lucy, and they have 2 blockers, right? So this is what I was talking about. The 2 blockers makes things a little bit more dicey. They only have 3 cards, though. They only have 3 cards. We can go 7, 7. Let's go 8. I want to go 8 because I feel like I want to keep this kid alive. So let's go 8. Just get rid of both blockers. If I had something better to play with the Shachi, I would probably do it. I want this to be the last thing I throw out at him. If I attack with this, let's force him to have a way to get rid of this kid. The Shachi will just die to the Borsalino. I don't want the kid to die to the Sakazuki. They trash Handblaze. Wow. That means that they don't have a way to... It might mean that they don't have a way to get this down to 2 costs. The problem is the blockers, right? If the opponent has 2 blockers here again, unless we get a Gordon from the life or from our top deck, there's no way for us to get there. There's a scenario where I go Sanji just to get alive to see what it is. Maybe we needed to develop the Sanji anyways, but I really needed to get rid of those blockers. I really needed to get rid of those blockers. You have to have a way to get rid of this guy, right? Which I'm guessing they do. They use the Great Eruption. If it's not a blocker, we're okay. They shouldn't attack into my life, because if they give me an extra card, I might get the Gordon, the Ace, or the Otama that I need to be able to get rid of their blockers. They're gonna get tempted to attack into my life here because they have the Borsalino with 11 power. No blockers. So I just win then, right? Okay, it doesn't matter. Even whatever blocker the opponent had, I guess that's not true. I don't beat the Borsalino because he only goes to 4K, and I don't beat the Sabo either. So 2 cards. 3 cards, sorry. I guess we'll go like this, right? We can just attack them for 13, and there shouldn't be anything that the opponent has. And even if they do, we have another Zoro attack, so we get it. We get the win against Sakazuki by kind of going a little bit aggressive. Usually this matchup hasn't gone very well for us. So I don't know. Let's see. We kind of punished them with the law last time. Putting chose to go second. Let's mulligan. I feel like I need Bepo, right? I need Bepo. I need this Trafalgar Law. I need other things. I can't just get greedy with the law and say that the opponent's gonna not play around the law one more time, right? So they draw 2 Lushis here because of the brand new ability. And they trash the Kusan as well that they just showed us. Alright. Guess let's go for 5. We'll play this law first. It's very easy for the opponent to get rid of this law though, because they could have Handblaze and the Sakazuki. But I have to force him to use the removal, right? I have to force him to use the removal, right? So they can attack with Sakazuki and then go for the Handblaze. I want to get to 3 lives so that the Zoro-Juurou can actually get value if he stays on the field. The trash Hina. Surely, they probably have a 3rd Lucy at this point, to be honest. I would love to get a draw from this, because he could get me to the 4-cost law. The problem here is, yeah, so they're gonna attack again. I'm gonna take this one just because I want to get down to 3 life, and I'm not confident that the opponent is actually gonna attack with the brand new. Oh wait, is yours Kusan? Wait a second. So we can go Otama. So we can go Otama. And then I guess just play like... I want to get rid of this Kusan. I think it's very important to get rid of this Kusan. The problem here is that I need to have 2 Dawn to attack with, right? So we can go like this, attack for 7. Hopefully we don't hit 1,000 worlds or a red rock from life. Opponent might just counter this anyways, just because they're scared of the law, right? So then we go like this. Then we can go here. Return this, and we have 2 Dawn only. Opponent has 4 Dawn. I cannot play the Shachi, because if I play the Shachi, the law will not work. But I could play Bepo. So I can play this Bepo, and then attack here for 7. And I can get the law here. Opponent's gonna know that I have it in my hand, but it's always gonna be a constant threat, stopping them from being able to just stack too many cards in their hand. Okay. Opponent has to get rid of 2 cards and not take a life next turn. They should definitely kill this law, right? Because he's getting me too much draw. I guess we could have gone for the Zoro-Juurou as well, but I kind of like the Bepo better. It's a little bit of a stronger attack. So Great Eruption. Third Lucy. Third Lucy and kill both. The problem with Great Eruption is that it draws you a card. So another Great Eruption. I guess they can go Lucy here and here. Again, just like last game, cannot play around every single Lucy in the world, right? If the opponent has it, they have it. Cannot play against every Lucy in the world. They have exactly 4 Dawn to play that Lucy. That's not a Lucy. That is not a Lucy, my friend. I'm gonna give you the Shachi. Wow. Wow, they were digging for it. That's why they go for the Great Eruptions. Okay, so they have 7 cards, so I can just play this law, right? Like, I can just go like this. Our opponent's at 6, we're at 5. We go here, use the card action. Opponent loses Borsalino and Sabo. We can attack for 5 here. Yeah, we can attack for 5 here. Get another law just because. Opponent's gonna have to start countering out. Losing the Borsalino is actually like getting rid of the Sabo is probably the most important one, right? We can go for 5 here. Question is, do I go ahead and play this Zoro? I can get rid of the brand new. That's gonna put me too far behind on Dawn, I think. I think at this point we can just chill. I guess opponent can attack with ulti. Do I want to have the Dawn instead? I honestly might prefer to just have the Dawn. Get rid of the brand new, gets rid of another blocker, and gets me another unit on the field, and we can actually... No. Who am I talking about? What am I talking about? We're definitely just going to do it, right? We get rid of the brand new, and we're able to either play Zoro or play this Law, and I kind of like playing the Zoro here, and just attacking for 5 again, just continue putting pressure. Opponent keeps giving me these 2k counters. So they only have 1 card left in their hand. Even if they can attack here, they can return. I guess they can actually get value from this ulti, right? They can return Zoro or Law to the bottom of my deck. Rebecca. Okay, so now they can get the Lucy. Oh no, they're getting Hina. Why Hina? Why not just add that Lucy back to your hand? Wow. Yeah, so they can bounce the Law back to the bottom. we can technically bounce the Rebecca back, but again, this is what I was worried about, that I'm not going to have a lot of value. Do we want to let the Law go, or we want to go the Bepo go? I guess we let one go. The problem is that the opponent has enough down. I won't be able to save another one, right? I guess I can Radical Beam on 1k. Opponent has a blocker that we can technically bounce to the bottom. Do we ever play slow? We get 5 down here. Like, do we ever play slow and just get rid of their stuff? Like, why do we just play it slow? Why do we just play it slow? We know that the opponent has the blocker here. So we can go like this. And just play this Zoro-Juurou here. Opponent only has like 1 card in their hand, so they have to let go of the Hina. If they defend it, I just kill it with the Zoro anyways. I think we can just play it slow, right? Opponent has no cards, so we can just go like this. And then next turn we have some pretty good value with all our stuff here. Like, there's no way that the opponent... I guess the opponent could get rid of our units, right? If they find the third Lucy finally. Okay, so they can get Rebecca. No, the Rebecca is not in the graveyard, right? They can get Lucy instead. Yeah, the Rebecca is not in the discard pile because we bottom decked the Rebecca. So I actually kind of ended up being able to play around this Mancheri. We can kill the Mancheri with the Otama next turn, so she's not a problem. Rob Lucy will be able to, I guess, kill the Otama this turn, so I guess it becomes a problem. But at this point, opponent only has 1 life and only is going to have 2 cards in their hand. So I think we just have lethal. The problem is that we don't have a lot of Dawn, right? So we don't have a lot of Dawn, and that's the problem that I have. I guess we'll get 2 Dawn back here with these 2 cards. So Gave Eruption, you can attack and get one of these 2 costs, and then you'll be able to kill 2 of my big attackers with the Lucy. At this point, I don't think I use the Law ability anymore, right? The Leader ability, I think we just wait up. They can kill any one of these. Yeah, unfortunately, they're going to kill it, and then they get to play Lucy to kill both. So again, that's my problem, right? We only have 4 Dawn next turn. We only have 4 Dawn next turn. I guess we get a Dawn back here. So we can actually go to 7 and 7. If the opponent counters this, they just lose the game, right? What if we just go 5 here? What if we just go 5 here instead? Does that matter if we go 5 and then go 9? The 5 is going to force the opponent to have to counter out right now. So I think I just go 7 and don't go 7 again. Right? I think we just go... sorry, this is 6. Why am I thinking 7? Oh, no, because we can go like this. That's what I was thinking, right? We can go 7. The opponent cannot counter out of this. And then they're going to have to give me 2 cards, right? So they're going to have to give me 2 cards here. 3 cards, including 2 blockers. All right. All right. So opponent has 1 card left. They can get rid of both my units. But if they don't find a blocker here, we just win. Like, they need to find a blocker. They need to find a Rebecca or a Borsalino to buy themselves the time that they need. We go back to 7 down next turn. Since we got the extra down for the Zoro. We still have 3 life, and the opponent is down to just 1 card that they have to play every single turn to be able to survive. Aye, that's the best one, right? Because now the opponent can get 2 blockers. They can get the Borsalino. That's actually the best one. And again, they have to kill both units. I guess, okay. No, I have to let it go. I have to let it go. I was debating if it's actually worth it to save that. They actually could come back here. They got exactly the perfect top deck, right? They got Ice Age and then was able to go into the Rebecca. So they can actually come back unless we top deck a Zoro. I guess we can bottom deck. So we can bottom deck this Rebecca, right? So we can go like this. The problem here... Yeah, so we can bottom deck the Rebecca, right? What do I want to play? Do I want to play Queen or do I want to play Zoro? So we play Zoro. We use the 3 Dawn, bounce the Rebecca back. We have 4 Dawn still. And we attack for 6, and the opponent's going to just block with this. If we go 5, we can cycle, still do the same thing and kill the Rebecca. I think I like this Queen. I think I like this Queen instead. We can actually go Gamma Knife instead now. So if we go Gamma Knife, we can bottom deck the Borsalino, attack into the leader, which is going to force the Rebecca block anyways, with 5. And still get to play our Shachi to get more Dawn back. And it's Shachi, right? That way we get that Dawn back anyways, and then we attack for 5 and opponent is forced to block with the Rebecca. Like they have no cards in their hand. So the reason that Borsalino there was better is because the Borsalino is a 6k on my turn, right? So that way the opponent had to block, like the opponent wouldn't have been able to, if I bounce the Rebecca to the bottom and don't use the Gamma Knife, the opponent could just block the 5k attack with the Law. And there we go. This time they didn't top deck another Rebecca, right? But regardless, we have the 3 attackers compared to last turn where we only have 1. And we have, oh wow, we have the Zoro in our lives just waiting for us. So yeah, GG's. In this match, we're going against Rebecca. Their removal can be really annoying. I kind of like this Zoro. The good thing is that we can bounce a lot of the stuff back to like the bottom of their deck, right? And the opponent has to be careful how many cards they keep because we have this Law, right? So we have this Law as well that the opponent has to watch out for. Unfortunately, we're not able to just play Law right away. Wow, they're just disrespecting the Law. Okay. We're not able to just play Law right away because we need to have a Dawn as well to be able to actually use the Law ability. So, what if we just go double Law, to be honest, and just blow up their hand? Okay, I wish I had a way. I guess I do have a way to do this, right? I can get rid of their Lumbus. Yeah, let's go like this. So they trash the Barto and the Ideo. I can go... Problem is that the opponent hasn't hit my life, right? So I have to go 5 here. If the opponent takes this life as well, I'm going to go ahead and play the second Law. Let's go -3, and then we'll go like this. This is going to put me down to 0 Dawn, though. Is that really what we want to do? Maybe not. Maybe we play Shachi first. Yeah, maybe we play Shachi first. And just get those Dawns back. Because otherwise we'll be too far behind in Dawn. And we can always just open up with Law again next turn. While having this pressure. Now, obviously, the opponent doesn't mind as much that they're losing cards from their hand. Because they are a Rebecca deck. But I mean, still, this is not nothing, right? Like, we threw away a 2k counter and a 1k counter plus 2 blockers. That's not bad. The opponent can... As long as the opponent doesn't attack my life, this Zoro is not going to be doing much for us. And it's very likely that the opponent gets to attack our life anytime soon. We have another Otama to deal with another Olympus. They get the Coliseum, so they're able to attack into us the same turn now. Just put pressure, I guess. I guess we're just going to continue putting pressure. Opponent has 7 cards, so if they play 1 more here, they actually are out of range of the Law. Alright. And they play Kyros as well. So they're definitely out of range of the law now. Let's go like this. Let's go 5. I'm gonna go 5 again, and if the opponent is greedy enough to take that second 5, then I will go Otama, get rid of the Kyros. Kind of. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that, right? Like, am I going crazy here? So you just lost another 2 cards here. A Luffy. Yeah. Like, what did you expect to happen? You keep taking these hits against us, right? You keep getting so many cards in your hand. Like, you could just counter out with a 1K and be able to keep your hand healthy enough. Like, you can't do that against Law. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Purple Blue Kaido. Ooh, Bepo is not bad. And the Zoro-Juurou as well. I'm going to keep this hand. Just things that let me get Don back. And it'll be really good. I should have just played this Gordon, to be honest. I should have probably just played this Gordon and just been like, whatever. Now, the opponent needs to attack into us next. And they give us the Law. Do I want this? I guess the opponent is playing Law. So let's just go ahead and play this instead. What is going to ramp? If they attack into us, then that's perfect. We want to take this life, right? Because that way we can start having the Zoro here. Give us an active Don. So we can start with 5 here. And now we're back to 5 Don. We can go... It's kind of funny because our life is actually... our Don is actually less than the opponent. That's a 2K that they gave us. So I think I'm just going to go for 5 again. And then I'm going to go here and go for 5 one more time. And I'm going to play Gordon and just chill. We have this Radical Beam. I guess the opponent can ramp up. Next time they're going to have the big 10 cost Kaido if we're not careful. And wipe a whole board. They also have King here and they get to kill Zoro. This is only a 2K right now. Is that worth it? I think so. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth it. We can get this down to 4. So we need 1 more to be able to actually get it. We can also just go Gamma Knife instead. We could go Gamma Knife instead. And get rid of the King. And I guess, again, I'm pretty sure next time we're just going to get destroyed anyways. So I have to be a little bit careful how we do this. So this is going to be 5. Okay, we can go 5 here. Okay, so I'm going to go like this and just go 8. If the opponent plays 10 cost Kaido, they just lose the game, right? To our open attack. Yeah, so they have the 10 cost Kaido, but because the opponent went down to 0 life, actually, wow, they have both 10 cost Kaidos and the 9 cost. So if they actually played this, even though they clear my whole board, because we were able to take all their life, they would have just lost the game, right? So these 5K attacks were just a little bit too much, and that's kind of some of the aggression that you can put with this deck, especially when you can get down back with the Zoro-Juurou. It's probably one of the most important cards in this deck. So GG. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed those games of Red Purple Law. I'm still learning how to play this deck. I think Don management, that's why I'm still a little bit weak, and I'm still making some silly misplays every now and then. But I'm starting to get the hang of it, right? You kind of want to play a bit more aggressive. It is very important, though, what I noticed is that you get ways to get Dons back into your hand. So that's where the Bepo, that's where the Shachi and the Penguin, and even the Zoro-Juurou really come into play. Or even the Kid as well, because these cards let you get Don back into your hand so that you can kind of recover after you use your leader ability, which can be very expensive in terms of Don usage. But anyways, hope you enjoyed those games, especially the Sakazuki match. It was really fun to play. And if you liked today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day, and we'll continue tomorrow with more Red Purple Law showcase. Enjoy your day.